No, freak. I just realized that I wasn't recording at my volume. My audio hasn't been recording this whole time. All right, we're gonna go back. So I have tried to record this video already. Luckily, I noticed that there was an issue before I saw too much of what was on the ban list. My audio wasn't recording. I was working on some deck building videos and some deck guide videos, and so I turned off the audio so I could get some just clean footage. And I guess I never turned it back on. That's crazy to me. Anyway, we've gotten an update. Apparently, there's a structure deck coming out that we'll look into, maybe depending on how long this video is. The limited, yeah, I might get this because I was looking to get Diamond Direwolf. Anyway, there's a ban list out now. Also, hey, it's me, Saul, because that probably isn't going to be in the video anymore because all of that footage is gone. So, attention duelists, the implementation of the forbidden list is planned to occur on the date listed below. Please see below for the changes going to be made and our reasoning behind them. That's beautiful. It's at on the 15th of December. Apparently Dark Magicians have been hit hard. I already did all of this, so I don't remember what I've said and what I haven't said, but apparently Dark Magicians have been hit hard. As many of you may know, that's a deck that I play a lot, but it's not my, I wouldn't call it my main deck. It's probably my best deck in terms of consistency, but it's the only meta deck I've ever built before. So I've never actually had a deck hit by a ban list. So I'm excited to see what happened. Whatever it is, it's probably not that bad.
Walk out the door, you see someone that you know, and they ask you how you are, and you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
And yeah, just see what's up. In order to continue providing a fun and balanced environment for all players of Yu-Gi-Oh! All right, cool. So none of this matters. Okay, so let's just get into it. I did a little explanation about, you know, how the forbidden and limited list works for anyone who doesn't know, but like okay, pause, read this, moving on. So the first thing that's on this list, I already saw it. I already talked about it a little bit. Invoked Cocytus, this boy here. One Alistair the Invoker, one water monster, cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. Your opponent cannot target it with card effects, and it can attack while in defense position. This card is super easy to get out. It's a really strong card in Invoked. I didn't expect them to ban it. I knew they were going to touch Invoked in this ban list. I didn't expect them to ban this. I didn't expect them to ban it completely. That is a shock to me. I don't feel bad for them. The Bujins could deal with Cocytus already by just jumping over it. But it is. Oh wait, I have this. Oh no, now I feel bad. Now I feel bad. I have 3. Oh well, that's useless now. All right, let's see what else there is. This will be forbidden as many decks have extreme difficulty dealing with it, leading to less deck diversity in the metagame. Fair enough, I suppose. That's an odd way of going about dealing with Invoked, but we'll see what else they've done. Limited to 1, Karakuri Merchant. Okay, this card will be limited to decrease the consistency of Karakuri decks and reduce their ability to take control of the field when going first. That has been a problem. If you go second against a Karakuri, 2 decks that you can't go second against, Karakuri, Dark Magician. If they have a good hand, they've won. Even if they have a bad hand with Karakuri, with this card in the deck, it was very, very easy to cheat things out. Well, not even cheat things out, just it was very easy to get out their level 5 monster and then make their plays from there. An interesting change, not one that I care too much about because I don't care about Karakuri. It's not a deck that I've ever even considered running. It just, the play style isn't fun to me. It's very controlling. This is okay, so moving on to limited to 2, Magician of Dark Illusion. This card will be limited to prevent Dark Magician decks from having access to 2 generic limited 2 cards. Bro. This hurts a little. So how this card works is when this card's name becomes Dark Magician while it's on the field, you can only use one of these effects per turn. You can, during your opponent's turn, if you activate a spell or trap card during the damage step, you can special summon this card from your hand. And during your turn, or even during your opponent's, if you activate a spell or trap while this card is already on the field, you can target one Dark Magician in your graveyard, special summon it once per duel, or rather once while it's face up on the field. This hurts a little bit. I think I run one of these in my deck, but I run 2. I run 2. What are the little boys? Magician, illusion boy, small magician. I run 2 of those. So I guess that's not something I can do anymore. That's crazy. That's crazy to me. Okay. Already thinking Mahat is probably going in my Dark Magician deck now. Magician of Dark Illusion is amazing, and there's a strong combo you can do with it. There are tons of strong combos you can do with it, but the deck doesn't revolve around Magician of Dark Illusion by any means. In fact, sometimes drawing into it can be a brick. So I don't mind it too much. It hurts, but it doesn't kill the deck for me. So let's see what else they've done. Shiranui Solid. Oh, I'm seeing too much. Damn, I'm excited a little bit. Okay, this card will be limited to promote deck diversity. Shiranui decks have been highly prevalent in ranked duels for. It's been like a year with Shiranui. Apparently, I haven't even been playing the whole time Shiranui was active. I left, came back, and Shiranui was still there. So this is, I think, one of the stronger cards. It doesn't really, it's not the strongest in the grave. Actually, wait, hold on. Let me read it. You can tribute one zombie type monster, special summon one zombie type tuner. Yeah, so it summons Shiranui from the deck. Target one of your banished samurai monsters, Shiranui monsters, or up to 2. Special summon. Okay, never mind. I take it back. This isn't the card I thought it was. This is limit. It's not banned. It's just limited to 2. And I already peeked and saw what's next on the list. Shiranui Sun Saga. So the 2 of them can't work together consistently anymore, and I think that's a good change. I think that's any change they make to Shiranui at this point, in my opinion, is healthy, because it's just everywhere right now, and people have had their. It's been around long enough. You've had your fun with it. You've built your deck. Let's move on to something else. You know, let's try something else. As you can see, I'm not a Shiranui. I don't use this deck. So yeah, Sun Saga limited to 2. Not mad. This is the indestructible card. You literally have to think, no matter what deck you're building, you have to think of Sun Saga so you know what you're going to do. Either you're going to beat over it, or you're going to steal it, or you're going to tribute it. You can't build the deck without asking yourself what you're going to do about Sun Saga, so I'm glad it's been limited. It's a really easy card to get as well. Super easy. In my opinion, for Shiranui, they can bring it out really easily, so this is fine to me. Nani? Bro! No way, bro. They came for these boys' heads. Jesus Christ. This card will be limited to promote deck diversity. Shiranui decks have been highly prevalent in ranked duels for a long time. Normal summon, you can special summon one Shiranui from your hand or graveyard, except Shiranui Spear. Banish it when it. And yeah, this is the one that destroys a card. Jeez, yo, if I scroll down again and see another Shiranui, bro. These are some important cards in their combos. It's not the end all be all, but geez, oh wow, okay. They came for Christians too. Christians is currently the best deck according to Duel Links meta, and it's hard to disagree because of how well they can get things onto the field. If I'm completely honest, I don't even fully understand how this card works. I don't know what's happening when I go up against Christians, so I'm not going to talk too much on this. I'm glad that they've done something to address it, just to allow for more diversity, but that's cool. That's cool. Scrap Recycler. This doesn't seem necessary to me. When this card is normal or special summon, you can send one machine type monster from your deck to the graveyard. I think they did that to nerf these boys. Okay, that's part of the Christians nerf. Okay, so I think they've come for almost every top tier. Yeah, they've come for every top tier. You can't run this with Christians anymore. Bro, they came for Drag Unity too. Drag Unity is annoying to play against, but if you can get rid of their boss monster, basically if you can do any 2 disruptions, like either you Cosmic Cyclone away one of their monsters that's being used as back row or something, it's very easy to disrupt their plays, and they don't usually run back row, so there's nothing from there. But this is an interesting change. I don't know what this prevents them from running if it's just this, but okay. And I think that's the end of the limited to 2. This is a card that they used to start up their combos, because when you summon this card, you can then add a tuner to it from your deck, and from there it just goes on and on and on. So that's fair enough. That's fair enough. What else? Limited to 3. Invoke. They limited an I should stop doing that. They limited an ultra rare to 3. I mean, that's not that bad. Okay, fair enough. Invocation. We've all seen Invocation. We all know what it does. So with this and the Cocytus change, they're not dead. I don't think they're dead by any means, but that's a big hit. That's a big hit. Fusion Reserve. This card will be limited, so it cannot be played alongside multiple copies of generic limited 3 cards. That's fair enough. This isn't really a scary card to me. Reveal one fusion monster in your extra deck. Add one of the fusion. Okay, the more that I read, the more that I realize that this card might be a problem. Nope. But even with that, it's not the scariest thing in the world. Okay, that's why it's limited to 3, I guess. Bro, no way. They came for Magician Navigation, bro. Okay, so full disclosure, I run this at 3. This has no effect on my deck, I don't believe. There's nothing currently in my deck that I also run at 3. So as long as I haven't touched it in any other way,
oh no,
my Magician deck can survive because I can still run it at 3. But bro. Okay, they came for us hard. I'm not upset. Magicians are still top tier in my opinion. Some people think magicians are dead, but in my opinion, if you run them the right way, they're still very easy to control the deck with. When I was doing the KC Cup in stage 2, I only used the Boojins, but in order to get to stage 2, I just run Dark Magician. I ran Dark Magician, so that's why. I understand this. I understand why this has been done because it's too powerful. Special summon 1 Dark Magician from your hand and then special 1 level 7 or lower Dark Spellcaster type monster from your deck. With XZs coming out, bro, if any good level 7 XZs monsters come out, you can abuse them with this deck. In fact, the one that's out currently allows you to attack directly. I just added it to my deck just because extra consistency for the price of free, because let's say you just need to make that one final push, easy, you've won the game, right? So yeah, you 2 monsters on the field. If you control Dark Magician, except the turn this card was sent to the graveyard, negate any spell and trap on the field once effectively and banish the card. Extremely powerful. I completely agree, completely understand why it's been limited. That's fine to me. I take it back. I take it back. I take it back. I take it back. I don't agree. I don't agree. Don't agree. My boy. I wish it was the other way around. I wish it was the other way around, bro. I already run this at 2. Okay, so the deck is they meant it when they said it. The person who I saw who told me about this said the Dark Magicians is dead. You can't have Dark Magicians without both of these 2 cards. Well, I guess we're gonna find out if it works because I'm gonna try it anyway. But geez, I feel like Dark Magicians is so far, in my opinion, is the deck who's been come for the most because this is limited to 3, but nothing else in the deck is limited to the same. Okay, no, Shiranui and Dark Magician have been touched the most, which to be fair makes sense because they're the 2 oldest decks. So I do agree to that. It's time to move on. It's just because too far because I didn't spend too much time with Dark Magicians. I took a break from playing while they were king of Duel Links. And yeah, okay, fair enough. I don't like it, but I understand. Okay, who else? Assault Armor. I saw this. Who even are you? Equip only to a warrior type monster that is the only monster you control. Gain 200. You can send this equip card to the graveyard to allow the equip monster twice during the that. Who was this for? I don't. You know what? It doesn't matter. No longer. Okay. Oh. Equip only to a Dragunity monster. It gains attack equal to its level times 100, unaffected by trap effects during your main phase. So they kind of buff Dragunity and nerf them at the same time. I don't like that, but okay if you say so. This card will be unlimited as its power level is acceptable in the. Oh wait. Okay, so this was just literally a switch. Fair enough. Maybe they thought they limited the wrong card. Fair enough. Your opponent draws 3 cards. Both players look at the cards. If there are any spell cards, discard all those spell cards to the graveyard. That doesn't. Most of the decks that I run. Oh, but versus Dark Magician, this would be dangerous. So I guess again that. But no one's going to use this card, I don't think, unless maybe you're doing like an Xyz or a Synchro based deck. Fur hires, yo! Are fur hires being let go? Are they coming off the bench? Although it's a very powerful card, we are easing the limitation on this card as the fur hire decks are now used. Well, yeah, because you murdered fur hires. Are there any other fur hires on the ban list? Because I want to find out. During your main phase, you can special summon. Yeah, you know how fur hires work, I bet. If you don't, then pause the video and read the card. I never built the deck because it was the meta deck at the time, but now that it's not a meta deck anymore, I would love to run for hires at some point. They would be amazing for XZs, I bet. As mentioned in the Forbidden Limited, it's not okay. It's subject to change based on the metagame. That makes sense. In addition, special. All right, cool. So that will be all. Is that really it?
Bruh.
Bro? I to be honest, I expected more. I expected significantly more. Let's take a look at the last one that they did. Yeah, they full on they banned 2 cards completely for the first time ever last time, I think, right? You had all of this Needlebug Nest, all these different things that got touched. you know? Which is why I guess I expected a little bit more, but to be looking at it, okay, fine, big changes, but not many changes. So I can accept that. So yeah, I just wanted to make this little video to just showcase what had happened. I might make a separate video for the structure deck. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Bye.